Hey, this is Luke with another Android Guys podcast. I'm here as always with Scott. What's up?
As always.
As always.
My faithful, trusty sidekick, companion, brother in arms. What else are you?
Whatever. So you have a review today. You have an app, right?
Yeah. Back to an app this time.
Nice. What is it?
This is one called Taste.
It's a food app.
No.
Ooh.
This is actually the full name when you see it in the Play Store.
Uh-huh.
It's Taste, movie and TV suggestions.
Okay.
And it's by Taste Labs Incorporated.
Taste Labs.
Yes. So the app is basically kind of like a... well, if you know me, you know that I like to watch TV.
Yes.
Streaming services. I love movies.
Yes.
That's part of my jam. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
This is one that is an app / service tool that suggests things to you based off of how you set up your profile.
Uh-huh.
So I will kind of jump ahead here and say this is actually pretty compelling.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are times when you will go with like something that says, oh, this is a tool that suggests movies, and you look at it and think, oh, these are the highest rated, but that doesn't always mean it lines up to you.
Sure.
Look at this and go, dude, how do you not like
Right.
Schindler's List or
Right.
The Shawshank Redemption? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm 16 years old and I can't appreciate it.
Right, yeah.
Taste does a really good job of kind of building and calculating a profile, and then it will suggest things to you either daily or whole cloth, kind of go through and look at them so that you can kind of find things that are recommended to you on a percentage. So like, I don't know if you know, if you've ever used Google Maps.
Yeah.
If you go in and like you go to restaurants and review them.
Yep.
And you put your stars, and then it will say, hey, this taco place has like an 82% chance of, having a favorable rating, or it's an 82% match to you.
Right.
This is similar.
Okay.
This will actually show you a percentage and say, hey, this game is, or this TV series is an 87%.
Sure. Based on what you said you liked,
yes,
we think there's probably an 87% chance you're going to like this too.
Yes.
Okay.
And now this is free.
Okay.
And there is a paid version that you can kind of do for, I think it's $2.99 a month.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to go in and do like a full year, it's $20.
Okay.
So for the free version, you'll find things that are picked for you.
Uh-huh.
When you first go into the app, you'll kind of just go through and just say, hey, have you seen this movie? What do you think of it?
Sure.
And then the more you use it, the more, and it doesn't take long, the more you look at it and go, yep, that's me.
Yeah.
And you'll just kind of say, I've seen this, and you'll just decide. What I really like about it is it's not just a thumbs up or down.
Right.
You'll actually be able to say, I like this movie on either it was awful.
Yeah.
It was meh.
Yeah.
It was good or amazing.
Oh.
So it's like a 1 to 4.
Uh-huh.
And as you kind of feed this monster, it spits out new results for you. So for today, it'll say today's picks. It's got a couple of shows. There's like 70%. There's TV series, and then there's movies recommended. And I've got 2 that I said, yep, these are ones that I had an interest in.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually going to add them to my save list. What's nice is it'll tell you where you can watch them.
Ooh, that is nice.
So if you click on something, you can actually watch the trailer if you want. You can see who the director, the cast, you can see all that information.
Yeah.
It's visually appealing.
Yeah.
In a way that I was surprised, because you can do this in a way that's just really ugly and just information based.
Yeah.
But this is pretty cool. If you go under top matches, it'll just keep feeding you a list of things that are, we think you'll like this. And for me, as I go through that, I'll just kind of immediately just start checking off the ones that I have seen.
Yeah.
And just tell it what I like, and then you can also just save things to say, yeah, I do intend to check that out, or I've always wanted to see that.
Sure.
It's just a handy little tool. Now today's picks is only going to show you like maybe I want to say 5 or 6 things.
Okay. And
then you can say I've seen it, or if you want to hide it, you can say I have no interest in this.
Gotcha.
And it's a really smart algorithm. I don't know what it's using. I don't know where it comes from. Now, if you go in, my understanding is the paid version of it will give you the ability to set other filters so that you can kind of like really drill down on things.
Yeah, get a little bit more pointed in the suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is some gaming on here. They can get like ranks. So if you want to start recommending things to the community, you can do that. And then you can also see, how many movies you've rated. And you can say, you can go back and revise that.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't know. I was a little hard on that movie.
Yeah.
Or I revisited it and I thought it was actually maybe not as good as I remember it the first time.
Sure.
You can do that, and that will kind of continually tweak that system for you.
Yeah. So is there anything in using this, is there anything that it suggested that you checked out and you were like, oh yeah, it was great?
So half the things that it suggests to me, immediately I'm like, because I watch all these things, it's like hitting me with all these things, and I'm like, yeah, that's yep. Mm-hmm. But then there are a few where I'm like, yes, I do want to see that. Most recently, and a couple of these were things that I had always intended to see.
Yeah.
That
just kind of drops off your radar.
I'm like, oh yeah, I never did watch Chernobyl. Like,
right.
I want to see that. The Gentleman, the outfit, and they'll say on here like scores. Now you can go in under saved and see like there are like tags for everything.
Yeah.
So when you look at a movie or a series, when you scroll down under attributes, it'll tell you whether it's like a sliding scale of like slow and fast paced.
Oh, okay.
If it's simple or complex.
So it kind of gives you a little bit of overview of here's what you can expect from this movie or TV show.
And then do you want to watch this with, and it'll say like percentage of it would be like how many of you would watch this with friends or watch this by yourself or with family. So you can see like these ratings and where these things kind of line up. So if you actually say, I'm interested in something that's complex, you can do that. You can actually do like a match profile. So like you and your partner can do like a code.
Yeah.
So I send you like a 6-digit code, or like you would do with your wife.
Yeah.
And then you would kind of create a thing to see.
So it's like, hey, what do we want to watch tonight? Well, it's suggesting this and this, or we both have this suggested to us to watch together.
Yes.
That's cool.
So that brings up an interesting discussion because they have another app called Taste, or from Taste. It's called Matched. It's a movie app for couples.
Interesting.
So you basically, and I haven't done this yet, but you basically go in there and it uses the screens kind of show me the same thing.
Yeah.
You go in and create your profile, and then it will calculate things that based off of you, both of you. It'll say, hey, you both are probably like this. Or this looks like a match for the two of you. So whatever Taste Labs is doing, I'm definitely interested in checking out Matched, especially like with my wife, because we'll go through seasons where we know what we want to watch.
Yeah. And
then there are periods between releases and things where like, do we want to start a new series?
Sure.
Do we want to revisit something? But it would be nice to just kind of have this kind of queue backlog of things that rainy day of like, oh, you know what? I do want to watch that. And I understand that the paid version of this movie TV app would suggest things and show you like, oh, these are some of your favorite directors. These are some of your favorite, like it'll kind of filter down and say, I'm looking for more from this person. It's almost like the helpful part of IMDb.
Right.
And Amazon's suggestion tool.
Yeah.
Just some kind of secret sauce going on here, but it's way more accurate than it's not.
Yeah.
For me, that I haven't had anything pop up and go, what?
Why would you tell me this?
And so like if I'm looking now, under my suggestions for top match, like it says Animaniacs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, I've seen it. I'll put that down. That's good. I'll take that off. And it'll say it's on Hulu.
Uh-huh.
And then it's Office Space. And then Children of Men, Nathan for You, Futurama. So like Severance.
Yeah.
Check it out with Dr. Steve Brule, Eric
Yeah.
Andre show. Like these are all things
Yeah.
that you're like, yeah,
It's
dude,
right up your alley.
these are all right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
it's a cool little tool for tripping over something that you might not otherwise,
Yeah.
know about.
Cool. And that's called Taste, movie and TV suggestions?
Yep. And that's free. And then the paid version, I'm considering trying that out. They don't have a trial in there, but I'm considering dropping a couple bucks for that month. You don't have really any ads.
Yeah.
It's just a straightforward, like, this is really cool. Just make the extra money off the back end. There's nothing where it's kind of like, hey, come back. We have new recommendations,
Right.
Yeah. But now I will say that with Android 13, I don't think I have notifications turned on for this app.
Okay.
There may be. I don't know. Let me see. Wow, that's here nor there for my score, for my
review.
Just for my review. Yeah. So I've turned off notifications. So it may.
It's possible, but yeah.
I don't feel like there's any ads. Notifications I'm cool with, like, hey, check out today's matches or picks for you. So I would say this is definitely one that if you're into movies and TV, and you're, you've got, I know the paid one you can put in the services that you subscribe to.
Yeah.
So you can kind of filter down and say, just show me the ones that I have access to.
Right.
So it doesn't just say, hey, these are all things that are out there that you got to go figure it out.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Pretty cool. I gave it an average score of 4.1.
Nice.
So
that's good. Editor's choice.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
So, awesome. Well, thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.